On the world news tonight from Baba Bagide Imo Television, first the headlines. Your investments are safe in Nigeria, Tinubu assures Saudi investors. Nigeria Saudi Arabia begin joint action to combat Boko Haram, ISWAP. Tinubu mourns Nigeria's first female Major General, Kale, RIP. Court bars NLC TUC embarking on nationwide strike. On sports, Okoye back as first choice, tops list of 5 expected changes in Super Eagles lineup for World Cup qualifiers. I am Morire Lawal, the news in detail. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu today assured potential investors that their investments are safe in Nigeria. Speaking at the Saudi Africa Summit in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, President Tinubu said Nigeria is ready for business while assuring investors of some of the world's highest returns on investment. In this regard, the benefit attached to the early inauguration of the Nigeria-Saudi Business Council cannot be overemphasized. Nigeria, like the kingdom, is diversifying its economy away from oil dependence to promote sustainable development. My administration has undertaken bold economic reforms by removing wasteful subsidies on petroleum and the margin of our foreign exchange market, among other incentives aimed at improving the ease of doing business in Nigeria. Tinubu stated that Nigeria is desirous of enhancing collaboration with Saudi Arabia on combating terrorist organizations such as Boko Haram, ISWAP, and other violent extremist groups which have been terrorizing the Lake Chad and Sahel regions. It is delightful to note the presence in this great kingdom of a large number of our compatriots and professionals, including highly skilled medical practitioners and professional football players. Nigeria's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has expressed Nigeria's readiness to enhance collaboration with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in combating terrorist organizations such as Boko Haram, ISWAP, and other violent extremist groups. Speaking at the Saudi Africa Summit in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia today, Tinubu said Nigeria is ready for business while assuring investors of the world's highest returns on investment. Nigeria and Saudi Arabia have always enjoyed a special relationship at both the bilateral and multilateral levels. Within the past 6 decades, our bilateral cooperation, which was initially Hajj-centric, has witnessed diversification to cover a number of areas of common interest. It is delightful to note the presence in this great kingdom of a large number of our compatriots and professionals, including highly medical practitioners and football players. Nigeria, like the kingdom, as always say, I always wish to assure all potential Saudi investors of the safety of their investment based on the sanctity of the rule of law and good returns on their investment in the largest economy in Africa. In this regard, the benefit attached to the early inauguration of the Nigeria-Saudi Business Council cannot be overemphasized, the President added. President Tinubu appreciated the kingdom for several humanitarian interventions in Nigeria through the King Salman Humanitarian Aid and Relief Center. Speaking on climate change and how it affects Africa, President Tinubu said climate change has led to a high rate of desertification and incessant flooding in Nigeria and many other countries in Africa. He commended the effort of the kingdom for its various initiatives to fight the effects of climate change, adding that Nigeria is also working on a number of initiatives to fight the effects of climate change and energy poverty. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu today described the death of Nigeria's first female Major General, Aderonke Kale, as a painful loss to the country. Kale, also the first female commander of the Nigeria Army Medical Corps, died on Thursday at the age of 84. Tinubu, in a condolence statement signed by a special advisor, media and publicity, Chief Ajuri Ngelale, also sympathized with the Kale family, the Nigeria Army, and the Society of Medical Practitioners in Nigeria on the passing away of one of their own. Tinubu stated that as a pioneer in our field, the late Major General embodied the courage, professionalism, capacity, and resilience of the Nigerian woman. The President prayed for the repose of the soul of the late officer and encouraged our beloved family to take solace in the peerless legacy she left behind. The National Industrial Court on Friday restrained the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, Trade Union Congress, TUC, as well as their affiliates from embarking on any form of strike or industrial action. The two labor unions were ordered to stop their planned nationwide strike scheduled to commence on November 14. President of the court, Justice Benedict Bekwap Kenyip, issued the restraining order following an ex parte application to that effect brought before the court by the federal government of Nigeria and the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, and Minister of Justice. Justice Kenyip invoked Section 17 and 19 of the National Industrial Court Act to issue the restraining order against the organized labor. The federal government and the AGF, through their lawyer, Tijani Ghazali, had in the ex parte application prayed the court to stop the planned strike. They said this was to avert untold hardships that would be inflicted on innocent, law-abiding citizens and their businesses. Ghazali, a senior advocate of Nigeria and Director of Civil Appeals in the Federal Ministry of Justice, while arguing the ex parte application, drew the attention of Justice Kenya to a series of hardships suffered by Nigerians on Thursday alone when the labor unions blocked entrances to the main airports in the country. He pleaded that unless the planned strike is stopped, there may be a likelihood of breach of peace in the country. The judge, who was persuaded by the government's argument, said that it is within the power of the court to intervene by way of restraining order to ensure peace and tranquility in Nigeria. He proceeded to grant all the requests of the federal government as contained on the motion paper. Besides, Justice Kenyip directed that the restraining order be pasted on the wall of the building at the last known address of the two defendants to draw their attention to the court's position. Moving on to the next story, the Edo State Police Command asked the Edo State Police Command asked the death of Mrs. Tolugwe Olukobi, mother of the Mommy Calm Down boy, days after social media report hinted that she committed suicide. The spokesperson of the Edo State Police Command, Chidi Nwabuzo, said on Thursday that the deceased husband has been arrested and detained for questioning. He came home from the market when he saw his wife hanging with a rope by the neck. He alerted the neighbors who followed him to the hospital where she was confirmed dead, Nwabuzo stated. The police spokesperson added that her body was deposited at the mortuary. He is still with the police and will soon be transferred to the state CID for further investigation, the spokesperson said. Olukobi and her son, Oreofeoluwa Lawal Babalola, called the attention of Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu after the boy's video begging his mommy, saying, "Mommy, please calm down," went viral in 2020. Oyo State Police Command of the Nigerian Police Force on Friday paraded a 45-year-old suspected ritualist identified as Asen Kolawole with human parts including front head and hands in Ibadan, the state capital. Kolawole was paraded alongside 9 other suspects who were arrested for various crimes at different locations at the command headquarters Eleyele, Ibadan, Northwest Local Government Area. The suspect, as briefed by the Commissioner of Police, CP Adebola Amzat, through the Police Public Relations Officer Adewale Oshifeso, was arrested on Monday, 6 November 2023. Other items found in his possession included him and a 1 HP laptop. The suspect, according to the police report, was arrested at Ogbere, Tioya in Ono Ara, local government area. In another story, 13 suspected criminals have been paraded by the Ekiti State Police Command for various offenses ranging from drug trafficking, armed robbery, and conspiracy. The suspects were paraded with various items recovered from them, including household items, power generating set, and 40 bags of cannabis sativa. Operative of the Juvenile Women's Center, JWC, attached to the Criminal Investigation Department, Ekiti State Police Command, also paraded a couple, Olomolaye Sezen and his wife, Kinde, for allegedly having a goal and causing her grievous harm. The Police Public Relations Officer of the command, Sunday Abutu, who paraded the couple alongside other criminals at the command headquarters along Inyi, Ado-Ekiti, said the victim, a student of a public secondary school in Ilawa Ekiti, is a younger sister to Kende Olomolaye, who stays with her husband, with her and hawk goods for her. The Ekiti State Police spokesperson said Kende Olomolaye connived with her husband to do the act with the victim and many other times. The couple, according to PPRO, are currently helping the police on the investigation, while they have equally confessed to the commission of the crime. Moving on to foreign. The Hamas government in the Gaza Strip said Friday an Israeli strike on the territory's largest hospital killed 13 people. 13 martyrs and dozens wounded in an Israeli strike on Al-Shifa compound today in central Gaza City. A government statement said, given told AFP was not immediately able to independently swept. Al-Shifa Hospital Director Mohammed Abu Selmiya said Israeli tanks fired an Al-Shifa hospital, while the Israeli military did not offer an immediate comment. Israel reported heavy fighting on Thursday near the hospital, saying it had killed dozens of militants and destroyed tunnels that are key to Hamas' capacity to fight. The Israeli army has repeatedly accused Hamas of using hospitals, particularly Al-Shifa, to coordinate the attacks against the army and also as hideouts for its commanders. Hamas authorities and doctors deny the accusation. Israel launched an offensive in Gaza after Hamas fighters poured across the border on October 7, killing more than 1,400 people, mostly civilians, and taking around 240 hostages. Vowing to destroy Hamas, Israel highlighted with an aerial bombing and ground campaign that the health ministry in the Hamas-run Gaza Strip says it has killed more than 10,800 people, mostly civilians and many of them children. May this war come to an end. Amen. Lastly, on sports. Head coach of the senior national team of Nigeria, Joseph Peseiro, is planning on making some changes to the starting lineup of the senior national team of Nigeria Super Eagles when they begin their campaign in the race to reach the 2026 World Cup, according to information as explicitly confirmed. The coach wants the team to start on a high by getting a commanding win in the first two games of the series against Lesotho and Zimbabwe respectively, hence will make some adjustments to his setup, bearing a last-minute change of plans. We can exclusively reveal that he has the intention of reinstating Maduka Okoye as the first choice ahead of Francis Uzoho, who claimed that yes, a white man employed him in Europe, who has been guilty of several high-profile errors since reclaiming the first choice spots from Okoye. With our sports story, we've come to the end of today's world news. Before we go, some headlines. Your investments are safe in Nigeria, Tinubu assures Saudi investors. Nigeria and Saudi Arabia begin joint action to combat Boko Haram and ISWAP. Tinubu mourns first female Major General Kale, RIP. Court bars NLC-TUC embarking on nationwide strike. Police confirm death of mother of mommy be calming down boy, arrest husband. And on sports, Okoye back as first choice tops list of 5 expected changes in the Super Eagles line up for World Cup qualifiers against Lesotho and Zimbabwe. For updates of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is Baba Bagide Imo Television. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagide Imo with Alawi Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. For advert placement of goods and services, coverage of events and function, please dial the phone number streaming on the screen for advert placement only. Thank you for watching. I am Morire Rebi Lawal. Good evening. Have a wonderful time.